Grab your favorite socks, folks, because tonight you're having the look at the best figure in town. Me, Deadpool. I'm much, much better than that Wolverine figure he just looked at, so get comfy. This is going to be a fun one. Alright, now let's get to the merc with the mouth. Let's look at the package for Deadpool. It's basically the same thing, so we're just kind of speed through it. And then we're going to open the box up, take a look at the figure. Studios Deadpool Wolverine. 14 plus is still new. Deadpool right there. There's a figure. Choking hazard. Marvel Legends. The other side of the box. Picture Deadpool. Picture Deadpool. A bio. And the other figures. I didn't get Deadpool. And legal and detention stuff. Alright. Let's get him out of there. Here's the figure out of the box. Let's look at the figure, the accessories, and all the other stuff. Let's get to it. Alright, here's Deadpool out of the package. I already said that. Let's look at the figure. Alright, so pretty generic design for Deadpool. The only thing they really did was they did change the logo a little bit, made it more accurate, and they did brighten the red, which I like the brighter red better. And then they put gold accents in certain areas where there was silver. They did miss a few spots, but that's pretty close to how it was in the movie. Like, they didn't get, like, right here, like, right, focus, like, right up here. There's some other spots that I can't remember off the top of my head. From right away I'm noticing I do have some paint scuffing right here. And then on mine, for some odd reason, the arm, like my left arm feels a little gummy. And then my left leg is like a little wobbly. I don't know why. That's just mine. But generic Deadpool suit. You kind of know it has a little thing back here from the mask. Generic mask. I have seen some people have QC issues with the eyes. Mine doesn't have that. You see the texturing, shoulder pads, the knee pads, and then of course those stats. The strap for his katana holster. This actually moves. It came unpegged and it moves on mine. I don't know if it's supposed to do that or what. I'm hoping it's not, but one odd thing I do want to point out is I think it's kind of weird how they did the shoulder pads on this. Like, you can kind of make them up, but you kind of can't. Well, he kind of does have, like, you can see the shoulder pads on here. But you see they got gold on his gloves this time. See gold all the way down here. They did miss some. And then you can see the boots, his legs. The way that is, that's movie accurate. You see on the back, I do have more like paint scuffing right there, but that's not a big deal in my opinion. And it looks like there's like a mark right here on mine. I don't know. But no, other than that, the figure looks good. I know more people are more excited about the Wolverine than they were the Deadpool. Deadpool's kind of just looks like Deadpool. I wanted both because I don't have a movie Wolverine and I don't have a movie Deadpool. So I've kind of talked about the figure. Let's look at the accessories because I do like the accessories. So let's get into those. First off, we're going to start off with his little trigger finger hands. They're just trigger hands. Then here's his little baby knife. And you can see on there's actually serrated at the very ends, which I feel like that's a nice detail. But you can see it has a nice like silver paint sheen to it. Looks nice. The handle's all black. Just a baby knife. And then I know here's the best part, everybody's favorite part. The guns come out of the holster, just like the Legacy one. Although, they might be a little warped, like this one. It's a little crooked. But they just look like regular guns. I want to say M9s, Magnums. Just regular guns. It's the gold guns would have been nice. But you see just regular details. Black guns. They look realistic. You can see all the detail on there. It looks pretty good. They just look like generic pistols. And his adamantium katanas. You can't tell, but these are adamantium. And that has a nice silver plastic look. You can see a nice silver paint. It looks good. Nice metallic. It shines. They are a little thin, so just be careful with that. Like, they're really thin, so I would watch out, make sure those don't break. You can see just black handles. Nothing too fancy. You can see the strapping detail on there. He can store them all. I love it. Well, he can't store his hands. That'd be a little weird. Although, I wouldn't hold it against Deadpool. But no, I love this. He can hold his hands. Not his hands. He can store all the accessories. Although, there's one thing I want to talk about with the hands. Yeah, you see this little cuff right here? It comes off. So, I've almost lost this, like, I don't know how many times. So, yeah, be careful. Or else the carpet might eat it. Or if you're on hardwood floor, then you got lucky, then you can find it easier. But I have carpet. I don't need the carpet monsters eating my figures pieces. I don't feel like buying new ones. They ain't cheap. But another thing to watch out for, when you pose them with the guns in there, be careful. It might kind of warp them or bend them. So that's one thing to look out for. But for the articulation and stuff, I'm going to take out the guns at least. So, oh yeah, I should probably show you how to, he can hold them. So obviously just take out his arm. Grab his trigger hand. Make sure you put the cuff on there. And then you kind of have to, okay, it's a little bit of a tricky thing to get it in there. So just bear with me. It might take a minute. Alright, there we go. You just kind of have to move the hand around a little bit. Just don't warp it too much. Yeah. So he can hold his gun. So just like the Wolverine, his head is on a dumbbell joint, and he can look up that far, which is better than the Wolverine, and he can look down that far, which is actually better than the Wolverine too. And you know, has some nice tilt, which he looks so hilarious doing that. And his head can rotate all the way around. See, let's look at this actually, if I can get the head off. Oh yeah, that is a way better dumbbell joint than Wolverine. Like, that is a dumbbell joint that moves everywhere. That's a good dumbbell joint. His arms can go about 90 degrees. They can go all the way around with a bicep rotation and double jointed pinless elbows. And the trigger hands have a vertical hinge, and the regular katana holding hands have a horizontal hinge, and they can both rotate all the way around at the wrist. Believe it or not, he can arch back farther than this. It's just with the katana holsters, they get in the way. And he can arch forward this far. Just be careful. That came unpegged on mine. And he can swivel at the waist. The belt, just kind of be careful not to warp it too much. And then of course, legs can go up and go out that far. They go forward that far. They go back that far, which is pretty good. Actually, that's really good. Calf thigh cut, which is perfectly hidden by the straps for his holsters. No calf cut, but double jointed pinless knees. And a hinge at the ankle. And they can also pivot. Deadpool didn't want to look at comparisons. Well, too bad we are. Don't expect another Deadpool one. That's my only Deadpool. For the first comparison, here's Deadpool with Wolverine from the movie. And I did forget to point out one thing with the articulation for Wolverine. These butterfly joints aren't the greatest. That is another thing I did want to point out. That is one other thing I don't like about it. All the butterfly joints on Deadpool are slightly better. So yeah. And here he is with X-Men 97 Wolverine. And here he is with Spider-Man from the VHS 2-pack with Vulture. And for some movie comparisons, here's with Tobey Maguire and Tom Holland from Spider-Man No Way Home. Hopefully one day Ryan Reynolds Deadpool and Tom Holland Spider-Man team up in the movie. I'm asking for it. It will be great. And as always, here is with Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man. Alright, this has been a look at both Deadpool and Wolverine figures. Deadpool and Wolverine. I don't have plans to get the Deadpool with Logan figure at all. Just not interested in it. But hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what your thoughts about both these figures in the comments below. And as always, folks, have an amazing day. Toy life, best life. Crimson out.